quite old, and unfortunately I don't have I'm having to replace it with new stuff. Yes, it'll be interesting to see what you've included. The other thing I've added, which not standard on this map, is the UK crop calendar. So I can harvest these crops up through September. You're not stuck at August, and that's it. And you also get a small planting period out to spring. Let's have a look at that. So we are adding somewhat as like there. We're adding a old UKGO's added. That's nice. I'm guessing this forestry area here becomes 2 fields, and it looks kind of logical for the area, or 3 fields. 2 more lights. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't mind running around and chopping up the log, the posts, and making the hedges go away. Sugarcane and cotton. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not inclined to do sugarcane and cotton. Darkings, good afternoon and welcome to the stream. Yeah, no, that calendar does count. I loaded it into the map before I started the save. Oh, this isn't applying to this year's harvest in real life, though. Well, possibly not. Yes, I must admit I'm not sure about. I live in Michigan, but I'm from the UK, so I don't actually. Not entirely up to date on the state of the weather over there. The state of the weather over here in the US has been appalling. So a lot of farmers are planting very late. Couple that I know they've just finished, or one of them's actually in the middle of planting his soybeans. It's just not been a good year for planting, plus with the cost of fertilizer going through the roof. Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, I did notice the posts were disappearing into the ground, and not particularly against that, because it was something Alien Jim did in, I can't remember what UK map, which was really nice, but then you ended up with all these little chunks of wood, and they really don't sell for much. But you needed to do something with them. And then I played that one before I had the lumberjack mod, so you couldn't just walk up to it with a chainsaw and keep chopping at it until it disappeared. But dropping through the ground, yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's good. I like that. Oops, let's stop driving through hedges. I'm trying to read and drive, not a good plan. Okay. Yes, I do like that I see. I don't mind an asset being available in the map that's not necessarily transferable to other maps. So, the fact that you're adding them as available in the hedges and the walls available, That's good. The fact that I then can't use those hedges and walls in, say, Calmsden Farm, not too upset about. But being able to do stuff in the style that it's on the map, I do like that ability. So that's interesting. Things like that's where it was drawing from. Oh yeah, there we go. Definitely coming to the end of what we've got. So we're gonna pull. This is probably a full bag. Large barns for cows. Standard barn robot feeder sheep, chickens, pigs are now available in the build menu with the 1,000 animal capacity. One thing I did want to ask about the large animal sheds is the food capacity commensurate with that. If I can have a barn with 1,000 cows, is the food capacity, what would it be, 5-10 times larger than the base game barns? I can't remember how big, how many cows the base barns have. I suppose I could, yes. Correct button, construction, animals. So if we look at, we're on cows. So this can take 80. If you're saying yours can do 1,000, then about 12 times bigger. Can I take 12 times more food loaded into them? Okay, so that's good. I do like, when I go into animals, I tend to go into animals in a big way. With Oakfield Farming, Farm Sim 19, I used the farming agency version of that map, which allowed 3 fields of 500 sheep each. And so we actually maxed out the sheep to 1,500 every year. For 850 cows per day, okay. So that is a limiting factor. If you get to 1,000 cows, they're eventually going to run out of food unless you manually feed it. So it sounds like, and I do like the fact that you're moving the hedges back from the road line. It's something. The first series I did in this manner was Law Folds on Farm Sim 17, and one of my gripes was it was really difficult to get big equipment into some of the fields, and it was difficult to drive down the roads because there was a lot of hedges in the way. And it wasn't Stussy did the Farm Sim 17 version of the map, and he authorized another guy to do a mod for 17, and that person did pull the oh, okay. That's fine. No. I'm happy with 850 cows. I don't know why that's not turning on. But yeah, the guy who did Farm Sim 17 he pulled all of the hedgerows back. And the gates, where the gates were on the hedgerow, he actually pulled them further back, so there was a I don't know how to explain it. Let's stop that jump out. So it was like you had the hedgerow here, but if this was a gate, he put the gate back here with a sort of a hedge running that way and another hedge running that way. So there was a turn in that gave you enough room to get, you know, your header trailers in and everything else. So that you know, people are always, when they produce the next version of their map, they're always looking at ways to improve the bits that are annoying, shall we say. So looking forward to all of that. And as I said, yeah, don't mind the yards, the placed barns in the yards being smaller. One thing I did note on the yard that I'm playing in, the pig shed, or the pig breeding, the pig area. Two of the sheds are actually the walls of that area. So if I wanted to knock those sheds down, first thing I would have to do is build some walls or a hedge to stop the pigs escaping. I must admit, I thought the sheds, and maybe it's just me, those sheds are actually someone else's mod somewhere. And I understand you not being able to release stuff outside of the map. It's just, you know, Alien Jim does do all of his own assets, as does Oxygen David and Bullet Bill. And so I can understand them not releasing their assets outside of their map, but it would be nice if they release their assets inside of the map so that I can add more sheds in the style of the sheds that are already there. And Alien Jim does a good job with his, because he'll release a map with the assets in it, but then he'll release the asset pack as a separate mod pack. So you've seen my assets in the map, and now you can use them on other maps too. But then his assets don't match the style of, and so that can get a little bit frustrating. Another question is, are you going to increase the refill prices on things like the seed and fertilizer tanks? I noticed seed is more expensive if you fill the tank in the yard, but fertilizer, it's actually cheaper to... Oh, I'm going to need more than that. It's actually cheaper to fill the tanks in the yard and not have to come and fetch them. I'll do a jump back. No, that's this one. So this is the solid fertilizer. This is cheaper than buying bags of solid fertilizer in the at the store. So always better to fill this one up and the liquid one. But the seed one, if I come over here, go to 1,000 litres. This is more expensive seed. So okay, but that was just a thing. Yeah, I do remember Stussy, when he did Lawfolds in 17, he included refill tanks, but you know, coming here, let's pump that up to 1,000 litres, 1760, and going to the store, it's 1,000 litres, 1820. So it's cheaper for me to fill this up with solid fertilizer than it is to go and fetch it myself. And I like the idea of filling tanks at the yard, but there should be a delivery fee, which, you know, you can say, well, for the seed there is, because it costs more to get the seed delivered than it does for me to just drive a truck down to the store and pick up seed. But having the storage on the farm, I'm quite happy to drive down to the store, save some money, grab some seed, and then stick it in the storage tanks on the farm when I'm done, so I don't have tons of pallets lying around making lag issues potentially. That said, it seems that the lag we were suffering in the first 10 minutes of today's episode seems to be sorted out. Oh, yeah. Good job, dude. And obviously the other improvement in Farm Sim 22 is the traffic goes a bit faster, so it doesn't get in your way, except when it gets in your way. Darn, I forgot to fish the tea bag out of my cup. But apart from that, I think the only other noticeable thing I found is the road that leads up to our farm has a horrible camber to it, kind of halfway down. And again with the crazy drivers. So for the most part, this is okay, but there is some crazy bit just past the field we've been putting lime in. I'm probably going to find that I've done all the lime that needs to be done. So I think it's just down round about here. All of a sudden the road just tips away to the right quite significantly there. Noticeable sort of bump in the road. Noticeable coming the other way, and obviously the local council not taking care of things. The old weekend spread there, that's nice. So it seems like the auto spreader on this is working. And whoops, get some lime on the adjacent field, why not? I think that counts as done. Much better. So this is now, I'm guessing, as perfect as it's going to be. 6 in the bottom, 6.5 and 6.75. So don't have to worry about that anymore. We'll take the lime back to the yard because we now do have a full pallet and then some. Come on, tractor. Go, go, go. Yeah. And that's fine. I'll get used to it. It's just sort of all of the trees around the edge of the playable area are gone and playable area extended as well. Oh, that's cool. So all these trees along the edge, obviously here is stuff. That's fine. I mean, it's always a challenge how you do the edge of the map. And I don't think I've seen, an ideal way. I think on law folds, as I was using it in 17, the edges of the map were effectively, I describe them as boards painted with trees on them, and they weren't really, they weren't even trees. But having a hedge line is fine, so long as, I think the issue I've had, and it was one of my common gripes with, let me pull over here and empty this, and then we'll drive over to the edge of the adjacent field. Right. So the big issue I have with the edge of the map, getting rid of the trees means I can see the awesome landscape over there. So long as the edge of the map is at the hedgerow, I don't mind. And I think the problem I had with Oakfield Farm was the edge of the map was here, and you had the hedgerow there, which you're kind of using as an indicator for the edge of the map. But with the edge of the map being here, it meant if you're running a large cultivator, for example, it's constantly bumping up and wedging up against the edge of the map and not the hedges. Just moving the edge of the map just beyond the hedgerow means that I'm not so worried about, so long as I stay this side of the hedge, I can drive it. The whole map is now okay, so I can't remove the factories, but you can place things near them. So that's fine. If I want to place a silage clamp, another silage clamp in the BGA or whatever, I can do that. I could put a small shed, I guess, with a forklift, so I can lift things onto the back of trailers. Okay, we're actually done with the rental, so let's get rid of that. Boo, 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 return. 0.7 hours. Definitely get rid of it before we charged. Gonna need a front loader for my tractor now. I guess I'm gonna put the weight over here. Ugh. I don't think there's anywhere I can store lime on this map, is there? This is mineral feed. Seeds and mineral feed. This is just liquid fertilizer. Might need to fill the diesel tank. We might do that now. Liquid fertilizer only, yeah. And the other one's solid fertilizer. And this is gas. I'll fill that for 500 litres. Wrong. Yay. So I'm going to have to find somewhere to store all my lime. Yes. And I don't have a problem with buying the BGA. It's a little out of my price range at the moment, so I guess we're not doing that right now. We will fill this up. Done. No, back in. And I did add a little maintenance thing there. Although I was considering I could take out that shed in that corner and replace it with a repair workshop. But, not a big deal right now. Okay, why am I going back to the shop? Because I finally got to the point where I need some form of front loader. Although it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that's fine. So we have limed our field. We have a fertilizer sprayer, so we can do that anytime we want. Oh, yeah, that's the sudden bank to the left. But yeah, the council does. So this is, I'm guessing this is an Irish map because the signs are all in kilometres an hour, or is it supposed to be a British map and you used road signs that happen to be available, and most of them are European? Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm probably not. Unless I own the BGA, I'm probably not buying the silage. The silage clamp there, because if I want the silage clamp there, I want it to feed the BGA, which is something we did at Lawfolds. But otherwise, the silage clamp on the farm is going to be used to feed the cows, so I'm not running silage halfway across the map to sell it at the BGA. Oops. And again, driving into the hedge at the same place. Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. And I've still forgotten to take the tea bag out of my teacup. Oh. I have extra strength PGT, and it is extra strength. And if I don't take the tea bag out once it's brewed, it does get super strong. Okay, we did pull all of the stuff from here. Okay.